Hey guys, hey, as you can tell, it's a little bit late over here, so we're just going to go ahead and jump straight into this. Once again, we're going to play our favorite US Gold series. This is a pretty bad game. This is going to be the Sega CD version. I just want to sort of test this out and see what it's like. So we're about to find out how it is and if it's any good or not. I don't really have my hopes up, so maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll be all right. As was the case with the game before. Like, what we're doing is we're just going to have a real sort of casual look at this, I can't really skip through anything. All right. Anyway, so that will probably impact the monetization of this video. Let's see if we can get the remap file here actually to load for this controller. I always have problems with this Sega style controller. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to let me do anything. So we'll see. My guess is that it will probably want me to take out no pain, no gain here. So we'll see what happens. Thank you very much, Sega CD, for for putting copyright music all over everything. Okay, I think eventually, yeah, now we can finally get to the point where we can like do something with this. Who knows what any of this stuff means? I'm not really interested in finding out. I just want to play the game. Not that I would expect that this would not be a good game or anything, but I don't expect that this is going to be a good game. All right. So I have to scroll through here through like every single game. Okay, I see how this works. Which reminds me a lot of there are a whole bunch of games that end up okay, yeah, so it will have me play this. Okay, good. There are a whole bunch of games that are like this, where like it takes you through one game at a time and all that stuff. And you have to like scroll through each one like individually and all of that. Anyway, a lot of football management games wind up sort of doing stuff like that. I just want to see if this is any better than the two versions of this game we've played so far. This is actually faster, believe it or not. And the sound is definitely better, though it's a little bit like full of static. Anyway. I've seen from the comments, I'm not the only one who recognizes that this is a pretty bad series of games, and it really is bad. US Gold was clearly just trying to do like the what was that? Why did I do that? So apparently I think I kind of called a play there inadvertently for that free kick. I love how that guy just sort of gave up there on the ball. All right, I have no words for that. Okay, so the keeper decided to kick the ball in his own instead of waiting for me. That's a good sign. Yeah, that's pretty special there. I will admit that, a lot of the issues that I have here probably have to do with me not understanding how I'm supposed to like be calling for free kicks and stuff like that. But I mean, really, like the feeling that I have from this game is that it feels really like a major ripoff of Sensi, except it's like a ripoff that was created by a team that has no idea what actually makes Sensi popular, because this isn't. Like, why is my guy just standing there behind the white line? And why isn't my keeper taking this? Oh yeah, that'll do it. The biggest problem with this game is that everything moves really, really, really fast. And so, like, you have no idea what it is, where it is your guy is. You have no idea what it is you're supposed to be doing. All right, it's all just like, this just happens as fast as humanly possible. My guess is that somewhere in that real mess of a control screen, you probably have at least, you know, like some ability to change like the speed or something like that. But I'm not sure that that necessarily would make everything better. You know, so usually with a game with like a visual perspective like this, you would expect it to like, I don't know, to like, I'm really bad at that, huh? Usually if you had a game that had a visual perspective like this, you would expect it to zoom out a bit so that you can see what's going on. That's one of the things that makes Sensible Soccer such a great game. But in this case, we're zoomed in. This perspective reminds me, it's not quite as bad as like Mega Man Soccer, but it does remind me a little bit of Mega Man Soccer, and that we're like really, really zoomed in, and you know, it's kind of hard to see exactly what's going on and exactly what, you know, we're supposed to be doing and where our guys are. So like right there, I mean, how can I tell that there's a guy right in front of me, right? There's no possible way. What was that? I would actually say that this version is worse than the Genesis version because I wasn't having all of this problem in that version trying to, like, you know, kick the ball from the goal line. Oh yeah, okay, so we had to make another substitution there, right? I mean, anyway. So one of the things I wanted to note is that this is a Sega... there we go. This is a Sega CD game, or a Mega CD game. And in theory, this is supposed to be, you know, superior to the Genesis, but as you can see, aside from having maybe a little bit more definition on the players, this is definitely not a superior graphical experience. And, oh, okay, that was a goal. All right. I didn't think that was a goal, but apparently it was. Anyway, this is definitely not a superior graphical experience to anything that's 16-bit. Okay, there at least that time it was clear what happened. Anyway, one of the reasons why that would happen is because programming on the Mega CD was different than programming for the Mega Drive. But most of the companies that created Mega Drive CD or Mega CD games didn't actually bother to do any sort of different programming for the between that and like the Mega Drive version. And that's one of the issues that we see here. I think I was supposed to push A, not C. All right. Anyway, so this isn't the only game franchise where you see that sort of weird difference. If you play like, I was playing Bill Walsh College Football on a different channel a little while ago, you have the same thing happening there where like, you know, the Sega CD version is... I don't know, it's just not really that great, you know. It's okay, but like, I mean, that's really bad. That's really bad. What is that? How did this get through testing? Anyway, like with the Bill Walsh college football game, like graphically speaking, it's exactly the same as the Sega Genesis game. There's no difference like whatsoever. Which is sort of similar here. At least that game had like really good sound. This game has sound that sounds like, you know, it sounds like cats are being tortured, man. I mean, it's just awful, awful. And the worst part about this game is the my teammates' AI like doesn't know what to do. They're just sort of standing there. But at least we don't have as many like massive injuries as we did the last time that we played this game. What was the last version was the Mega Drive version. So I mean, it's not, I guess, that bad. I didn't have any red cards or anything like that. But that was a pretty poor game, wasn't it? We didn't get a single shot on goal, 0 corners, 0 throw-ins. Yeah, that was fun. One day I'll learn how to play these games, and we're not going to continue with this. Anyway, so there you have it. It's a little bit of 10 minutes of torture for you. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I don't recommend playing any of the World Cup USA 94 games. These games are really, really bad. But I'm going to play a couple more of them over the next couple days, so you can look forward to that. I'll talk with you later. Take care.